Bar barbershop conversations, man. What's up, man? How's everybody feeling, man? Are we still laughing or what? We still laughing or what? God damn it. Jesus Christ, man. Hopefully everyone had a good day, man. I appreciate everyone tuning in, man. And what's up, Rob? Donald, man. TV, once again, man. You made the community laugh all fucking day. Hey, man, Donald, the 64, 65. Sweat. There's another. Fred switched it up. No, that's for May 19th. May 19th. When which one is this? Oh, yeah. That's May 19th. Yeah. Yeah, man. Harden step back. What up, sir? Uh yeah, man. XC runner 211. Never bet against Floyd. Yeah. I never bet against him. I've never bet against him. Fred, late as usual. You got to talk to Lincoln and Kennedy. Fred, the post of Malcolm X live streaming. I was over there waiting for the last. That's May 19th, man. Read the date. May 19th. I figured I'd put it up early so I don't forget it. You know what I mean? And Corey Yellow, man, Jackson off work tonight. We in here, man. What up, Taiwan, man? What up, Taiwan? Hey, call, man. I appreciate everyone coming in tonight, man. Thank you. And I'm not sure if everyone got a chance to hear Errol Spence today, but I really enjoyed the interview. You know, they got stuck a few times. They didn't know what questions to ask, but outside of that, I thought it was cool, man. They had an understanding of what boxing is, and that's All the Smoke. Yeah, All the Smoke on Showtime with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson? Yeah, Steven Jackson. And play the damn song. And yeah, it was a good show. Errol answers questions really well. And yeah, man, I'm just play. I enjoyed the interview. You know, they didn't do the home. They didn't really have the questions lined up. They just going off of memory and shit. I could totally tell because it was like 2 or 3 dead spots in the interview where you're like, okay, what's the next question? But they're fun, man. They're really fun, and they're going to be great at what they do in a little while. And I also enjoyed the comfortability of all 3 of them in the interview. So, what's up, Kadeem? So I thought that was a really good interview. It gave us some insight too. For those of you who haven't seen the interview, Errol said he doesn't remember anything outside of the accident, basically besides getting in the car. And then 3 weeks later, once he left the hospital, you know, and as I told you the day of the accident, man, that nigga is just a miracle, man. Nothing happened. What's up, Alicia? Nothing happens, man. Nothing happens, man. He said he just got some bumps and bruises. I remember saying that after the accident. And I was like, damn, you know, like just a bunch of bumps and scrapes. And when they told me that Friday, if I'm not mistaken, I thought that was I was shocked. I was like, no, I mean, not shocked. I mean, like, damn, I wanted to hear more, but it makes you believe that there is such thing as a God. There is such thing as like sometimes second chances is not in the form of like going to jail. Second chances is not in the form of going bankrupt. Second chances is in, you know, you get in a car accident and basically you have, you know, skateboard injuries. You know what I'm saying, for lack of a better term. You know, I mean, I call him Earl the Miracle Man Spence, you know, and I'm really glad that he's here. And I would share that same sentiment for any fighter that's gotten into a car accident. You know, I wouldn't care if I knew him or not. You know, I would pray for them with the same effort and vigor as I did for Patrick Day. I've never met him, you know. So oh, I appreciate you, Bumpy. That was strictly spontaneous. I was going up there to work out and do some paperwork. And I was like, wait a minute. You know how you take double takes at Raquel? Well, I was looking at Raquel. You know how you take double takes? I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be Raquel because I know she lives in San Diego just because I follow her on Instagram. And I'm like, no, that can't be her. And then I realized she had an arm tattoo. And I know she has a tattoo, but my dumb ass still goes to like Google her and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, that is the same tattoo. So I walked up to her and introduced myself to her, and I asked her for an interview, and she graced the boxing community with an interview, and we got a lot in that 8 minutes. I'll tell you that much. She answers questions real thorough, you know what I mean? And similar to Carissa Shields, I like the fact that they can be uh fighters and be women. I like that shit. Like I like that shit. I like the fact that I can root for them and be attracted to them. I like that. Like I mean, I don't watch the WNBA for that very reason because they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? If they had some beautiful women, you know what I mean, yeah, she is beautiful. And she thick too, you know what I mean? Like she Dallas, Texas thick, you know what I mean? And uh I just yeah, so that's why I like the fact that they're gonna have to fight eventually. They're gonna have to fight eventually, and it's a great promotion. Showtime actually needs to pick that fight up. I'm I'm just saying, Carissa. I mean, I don't know how many Russians they got left for you to fight. Be careful, Fred. Why you on that? I don't know how many Russians and people that speak half English they got left for you to fight, Carissa Shields. But I genuinely believe that it would be that's a great way to come back. You know what I mean? I saw her highlights. I don't know if she got a chance. You know what? I don't know about that, Kadeem, but I just know that um it'll be great for women's boxing when you got two beautiful women on a poster. You know, I mean, one is from Oakland and now lives in San Diego and is a beautiful woman, and men are going to gravitate towards her. Men are going to gravitate toward Carissa Shields, and Carissa Shields has the resume. You know what I mean? So why not? You know what I mean? If you want to make it compelling, you know what I mean? You have Layla Ali, bring her on board, you know, sign a deal with her that she commentates the fight or is the build up to the fight, you know, something. She plays a role, you know what I mean? And you build the fight up. You know, I think that that'll be fun coming into October, November. Everyone gets paid, you know what I mean? And it was cool. So yeah, Raquel is undefeated, you know what I mean? And yeah, and she's training with no fight date in sight. So I thought that was pretty dope too. You know what I mean? So I actually watched her train from afar. And yeah, so anyways, man, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight, man. And if you guys get a chance, yeah, go tag Raquel and thank her for doing the interview, man. I thought that was cool. Either in my or in her in my what did you call it? In my comment section or her comment section, so she feels welcome the next time she wants to like talk to somebody. So yeah, she Texas thick though. Yeah, she Texas thick for sure. Yeah, she beautiful, man. And um, so yeah, that's where we're at. And so as I digress back into Errol Spence, and he's sometimes you can tell. What up, Buddy Lee? Sometimes you can tell when kids have like have a have a father. You know what I mean? And and a mother for that matter. Or let's say both parents. And you say why, Fred? I was listening to Errol Spence interview and he didn't go the route that Sean Porter went. He didn't say, "Oh, he's jealous of me." Um, I'm actually gonna do a video on this. Thicker than a Sunday newspaper, shit. Thicker than 8 Sunday newspaper, man. Y'all gonna have, man. Come on, man. I don't mind talking about it though either. We can talk about that shit. And don't tell her to go to your comment section. They was eating her alive. They are. I don't know why. You know why Carissa Shields is more popular. That's all. That's all. They don't really know her. You know what I mean? And but what I was talking about with Earl was that y'all remember how like Kenny Porter was saying, Earl is basically dumb. He went up to him at that Texas restaurant that everyone talks about with the seafood. Help me out, help me out, help me out. What's the name? It's on the tip of my goddamn tongue. What's the name of it? Oh my god, Port Pronto. What is it? Man, what's the name of that seafood spot that everybody go to down south? It's a chain down south. Oh yeah, Blue Blood in here. What's up, Blue Blood? Oh man, what's the name? Yeah, smash the damn like button, people. Oh man. Papa Do's. Damn, Papa Do's. Appreciate you, Lonnie. And the Turkey Hut. Yeah, I've been to the Turkey Hut in Houston with my brothers. And um yeah. And after the fight, Sean was like very disrespectful on some levels, saying that he's jealous of him. He got the job. But Earl gave him the highest compliment you can give your opponent. He says you can't break him mentally, so you got to break him physically. I was like, wow, he gave him the highest praise you can give your opponent. I mean, it don't get no better than that. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, because he had every right to say, oh, Sean is just on some bullshit. You know, I beat him. I'm moving on to the next person. And he actually said it kind of gracefully, like he's not getting a fight. Because if that was Keith Thurman like, nah, you ain't getting a fight. You know what I mean? He actually said it. He actually said, well, not right now. I'm just gonna take care of some other things, but I'll get back to you a little bit later. You know what I mean? What up, Mark? Mark Wonderlick came back in the building, man. What up? He's the only person in the world that spells potato with an E. And yeah, I ain't see Blue Blood in here. That's funny. What's up, People Hernandez? So I thought that was honorable. Yeah, it was very honorable. You know what I mean? To respect your opponent, you know, and um, you know, so yeah, so that's where I'm at with this. And do you think Errol Spence can beat what the hell is that nigga name? Floyd Mayweather. Do you think you know what I mean? And honestly, I rewatched that fight, getting back to Sean Porter and Errol Spence. I watched that fight about what was that, 2 Fridays ago when I did the interview? Yeah, Mark Wonderlick, famous like a motherfucker. Uh Fred, don't forget shit. Uh and I actually thought Earl won the fight wider, you know, in terms of the rounds, like in terms of in the rounds. You know, I still had it 8-4, 9-3, but I'm talking about in terms of dominating the rounds. When I was there, I thought it was a little bit tighter, but when I watched it, I thought it was a little bit wider. You know, I thought that what's up, UK? And that was my take on it. And I thought it was a very entertaining fight, definitely fight of the year. And I think if Sean was more realistic, he could have stole some of Earl Spence. What up, 504? He actually could have not stole, but um, Earl Spence fans would have liked him a little bit more if he would have gave him credit and say, and like, man, he beat me, and I'm looking forward to the rematch. You know what I mean? And hope that he would grace me. And they actually got disrespectful in the post-fight press conference, and they ended it early, if I'm not mistaken, because I was watching it on my phone. Um, yeah, I watched it on my phone. Yeah, I think that was the first big fight where I didn't have my credentials. I think so. I think that was the first fight. Yeah, because my last credential where I had my fight was Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. So being at the fight, I could tell, but rewatching it, Spence landed. Oh my God! Thank you, Alicia. Way more punches. And and you can totally tell like the how imposing he was. You know what I mean? Like there was 2 rounds where the only thing that kept Sean Porter from taking a knee was Sean Porter's will. Larry Wade's training. The stuff that his father has engraved in him about being tough. You know what I mean? That's the only. There was 1 or 2 rounds. I don't know what round it was, but I don't know how Sean didn't take a knee because he was getting his ass handed to him. Maybe it was a 9th round, 8th round, somewhere in there. To that disrespect, yeah. And it came back to haunt him because here's what I learned about media. And when you one of the blessings I got from getting media training when I ran for public office was that when you're talking to one person, you're talking to all the people of that profile. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to a Republican that doesn't know me, I'm talking to every Republican that doesn't know me. And I think that Sean Porter's team didn't fully grasp that. You know what I mean? Because if you're talking to Errol Spence, right, that means you're talking to Deontay Wilder's fans. That means you're talking to Andre Berto fans. I'm just trying to group up the fighters that are kind of casual, cool, but kind of respected in the boxing game on certain levels. You know what I mean? You might excite a Terrence Crawford fan, but you're going to turn off a Deontay Wilder fan. You know what I mean? So I think that when you understand that, you know what I mean, you'll see the bigger picture and you can monetize that on a higher level. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Sean said he started training the week after the I don't know what date that was, but in March. I believe he had a fight in March. Yeah. It was he fought the week before the Mikey Garcia fight in March, if I'm not mistaken. He fought before. So because I got the Dallas, Texas on Tuesday, and Buddy Lee was like, let's go, nigga. On your mark, get set, go. So Buddy Lee Sr., that is, yeah. And yeah, man. Yeah, he fought Ugas the week before because I remember Errol was like, I forgot he was fighting. You know what I mean? and when you speak, when you have every right to destroy your opponent, like, and everyone will accept it, that lets you believe that the next time you hear an Errol Spence interview, you're going to believe him. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's important too. You always give people their flowers, man. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like me. I mean, I have every right to dislike Kenny Porter for that bullshit that just anyways, but I still give him credit for instilling that dog that he got in his son. You know what I mean? It is what it is, You know what I mean? But the character integrity of his father is not there, but he still put that toughness in his son. And Larry Wade, I think they need to create an award for actually physical trainer of the year, because I thought Larry Wade had a great year last year. He had he obviously has Sean Porter, and you can tell because Larry Wade did not train, because I didn't see him on the DS. I haven't spoken to Larry Wade in a long time, but he wasn't there for the Ugas weigh-in. So I'm under the impression that Larry Wade didn't train him for the Ugas fight, and he missed weight the first time on the scale. He missed weight on the first time on the scale, right? And then the other kid, Caleb Plant, goes in and destroys Mike Lee. I mean, he treated Mike Lee like a stepchild. You know what I mean? And then it was this year, but it was in January. He beats him, and he also gets him ready for Uzataki in January. You know what I mean? So I think that yo, player, what up, West Virginia? And so I think that all that plays into the part. So we just gonna jump into the phone calls. I know I had a long ass monologue, but yeah, the phone lines are open. Yeah, the phone lines are open. So feel free to call in, and we'll get the party started. Yeah, here we go. You guys are more than welcome to beam in. And we rocking and rolling all day long, man. Oh man. So yeah. Okay, good. I can hear the phone ringing now. Let my 10 to B12. Double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and got my eyes where I can't sleep well. What's popping 504? What it do, big homie?
Yo.
Yo. You all right?
Yo.
Yeah, we good. We waiting on you. We waiting on you. He fight like you drowning. I remember that shit. That shit's funny.
Yeah, we waiting on you. All right, man. I'm gonna just get going because I can't hear nothing receptive like going back into my I can't really hear nothing going back into the phone, but I'm gonna just go ahead and cook, dog. It looks like I'm talking blind. I can't really hear shit back, but I'm gonna do Floyd last. Cause I know people ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say about that, but I'm gonna hit a few quick points real quick. Mike Tyson talking about a comeback, him or his trainer. Don't do it, bro. It's not a good idea. And if you do it, since you hating on Wilder so hard, you talk a lot of shit, fight that man first. Let that be your first fight. Wilder Fury 3, since I'm on the subject, old Bob Aaron talking about he gonna postpone the shit. Bro, Wilder better use that fucking rematch clause and whatever is stated, what you know what I'm saying, whether he had to get back in there with him, man, look, max his ass out in the course if he don't abide by that shit. Because Fury, I noticed what he been doing. If he have a tough fight, he'll take a few fights off and then try to get back to the shit. Like time to study his opponents and come up with some type, certain tactics. In Wilder case, some dirty tactics. Wilder shouldn't let that shit fly, bro. Fucking take that bitch to court if you try that shit. And just some random shit now. What do y'all think about Cello at 168 versus the 168 division? Because they fucking freezing him out at 160.
He'll be fine. You asked the question. I'm sorry.
And the fight, and these promoters, they trying to come up with some fight cards during the quarantine shit. That's greedy as fuck. People is off work, getting laid off, ain't really working, and y'all still trying to get money out to people. Let this shit pass. Let people get back to work, make their money. Then y'all go ahead and do it. And who I'm talking about is Dana White, the UFC, fucking Eddie Hearn, greed ass, Bob Arum. Like, let these people get their money back in their pocket. Then you put on shows, because it'll be weird as shit putting on a fight card with nobody in there. That's like sparring. It's just like sparring. That shit. But for real though, like live sparring, it's like that shit'll be so weird, bro. And, last but not least, Ruiz Ortiz, who y'all got? Fuck, I'm fucking deaf. I can't really hear nothing back, but that's my call, bro.
All right,
appreciate you for listening.
Appreciate you. Ruiz and Ortiz. I got Ortiz. I don't think Ruiz gonna train. How the fuck you not gonna train for your biggest payday? You know what I mean? And I'll say this about Andy Ruiz in between the next call. What's popping, man? Can you hear me? Yeah, you got to call right back. If he gained all that weight, came back to America, and became a Fashion Nova model. Fashion Nova model. You know what I mean? That kind of put me in a position where I'm like, I don't know if I want to believe you anymore. You know what I mean?
Let my tent to B12.
I get you next,
details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
What's popping?
What's up, Fred?
Hey, what's up? You got to listen to the phone when you call in.
Oh yeah, man. It's Berry Hill, man. Taiwan Berry Hill.
I know how your dad. I mean, how your son.
He good, man. He good, baby. I told him about you yesterday, man.
Thank you. Tell him.
Today.
Tell him to keep moving, man. Keep grinding. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Tell him any doubts, masturbate. Any doubts, masturbate. All right. Stay home, masturbate, do what you need to do. You know what I mean? Stay focused. Stay focused. Ain't no use having 4 girlfriends, man. Get to the league. You know what I mean? You got 3 years. You know what I mean? You got 1,100 days, man. Get there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that, man. Mm-hmm. But besides that, see over your left shoulder? That's a dog.
Who's that?
Errol Spence.
Yeah, he a dog, man. He a dog.
He's a dog, man. Mm-hmm. And I'll say a couple of years ago, you let the world know who he was.
Against who?
And man, you know what you be talking about, Fred.
Oh, thank you.
You really know what you be talking about, baby. That's a dog there, man.
He is.
And besides that, you're talking about certain things, you know, how the kids react.
Mm-hmm.
Look how Adrian Bruno react to his father.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his friend. Mayweather, you disrespect your father because y'all fame and y'all glory. But you got to put all that to the side. At the end of the day, that's still your kid, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to let him know what's right and what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And they surround itself around the wrong people, man.
Sure.
And just the way it is, Fred.
Yeah. Nah, you're right.
And when you get your son,
mm-hmm.
if your son decide to play sports, I can tell from your conversation, man, he gonna be all right. He will be okay here, man. And God bless you. And you take care of yourself here, man.
All right. You got 1,100 days, man. Got 1,100 days.
Oh, we gonna eat, baby.
All right. We gonna eat. All right.
We gonna eat.
All right.
All right.
All right. Peace. Yeah. That's dope. I don't want no free tickets or nothing. I just want to say, man, I remember your dad used to call into the show, man. I'll pay for a ticket. You know what I mean?
It's all good, man.
I appreciate you calling in.
It's all good, man. Take care of yourself, man.
DB don't waste no goddamn time. Damn.
Check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's.
I had you, dog. I had you, H buddy, but this nigga just zoomed right in. As soon as the shit in there, I'm like, what's pop? Hey, nigga, why I been thinking about your ass all fucking day, nigga? Not thinking about you, but laughing with you. Oh, goddamn.
Man, listen.
Dog, nigga.
Hey,
what's up, nigga?
I done sent that to my brother. Me and Reggie Owens been laughing all day about it. Man, I was telling Cash G earlier on Trill. I was telling him from this morning. I'm like, man, you missed it last night, man. We was in here having a ball for the last night, man. It was it was like, what's the comedy show Russell Simmons used to have back in the day?
Def Comedy Jam.
Def Comedy Jam. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. The old and Living Color and Martin. We was just laughing hard for a whole hour plus. Yeah, that was crazy, man. I loved it, man. That's still my show of the week.
Yeah, that's fun.
Hey, shout out to my boy Aaron Jones, the Badger State, Wisconsin in the building. Hey, Fred, so I was thinking about this. Physical Trainer of the Year, that's up to us.
You're right.
When we start creating our People's Champ Awards and our Barbershop Awards and our Silent Hero trophies and all of that, that's a part of what we can put in the mix.
We're definitely doing it. We're definitely doing it.
Do it, it ain't never gonna happen.
We're definitely doing it. We're 100% doing it this year.
Yeah, right on. So I'm gonna move to this Floyd and EJ thing. I'm gonna move backwards. Okay, so Adrian Granados, mid-level. He's like one of the B fighters, right? Then you have Jesse Vargas. He's a B-level fighter. The reason I say those because those are the Latinos. I'm gonna get back to those dudes in a second. Floyd Mayweather never lost, undefeated. Neither has Errol Spence, undefeated. Which means that they both have made all of the proper necessary adjustments in the ring, right? Floyd has a track record of playing the boxing politics, playing the money game, piggybacking off of the racism in the sport, you know, and those people that tune in are ultimately tuning in to see his demise and to see him being dethroned, okay? So, which leads me to believe that if Floyd did come back, he's not going to fight against a young, hungry lion, undefeated, unified champion like Errol Spence.
Sure.
I'm led to believe that, you know, what history has shown is he's going to come back and he's going to fight a Mikey Garcia or a Danny Garcia to play off of the thing that he usually plays off of. And more than likely, it would be Mikey Garcia if he did it on a Cinco de Mayo or if he did it on September 15th because he's Mexican. Danny's not, but there's still a Latino black rivalry thing that goes on in boxing. All right. Those guys are still relevant, you know, decent to big names. Both of them are coming off of victories, and you know they're perfect stylistic matchups for somebody like Floyd. You know, at the end of the day, we all know that the best two fights for Floyd would be against Terrence Bud / CBD or EJ. Those are the toughest challenges. If he fights with EJ, some people would say 50-50. I'm going to say it's like I'm a divorced child. I mean, the child of divorced parents.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You can go with either one of them and you find something good at their house, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna lean towards EJ. And I think EJ might be the first one, and hopefully, if the fight does happen, he makes a young black man richer, and EJ gets in there, put them hands on him, and finishes Floyd. That'll humble him, and that'll also bring the boxing game to where people are not waiting to see what Floyd's going to do and say.
Mm. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my piece right there, and I'm gonna fall back.
I appreciate you, dog.
Sir.
All right, one.
I do whatever I want, whenever I want. I love it.
What's poppin'?
Yo, what's up with it, Fred?
How you feel?
I'm good, man. I had watched that interview earlier with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes with Errol Spence. So, I mean, I paid attention to everything he said. I just want to go into it a little bit. Errol Spence, he's doing really good right now. He's said he lost 15 pounds. He's been eating right. He's been in the gym. He's been training. I think this quarantine has been a blessing in disguise for Errol Spence. This way, he has time to heal his body after the accident. And he's, you know, it's like he has a second chance in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because his life was, you know, almost taken away from him. So now he's even more dedicated. It's like a blessing in disguise, I believe. So Spence, he's saying that he's more dedicated than ever. And I like to hear that about him. You know what I mean? That's what I like to hear. He spoke about how in that Sean Porter fight, he was, you know, 185 pounds, I believe 8 weeks before the fight. So he had to pretty much kill himself to make weight. You know, he had to pretty much kill himself to make weight. Now he's more dedicated, and that's what I like to hear. You know, he also spoke about a few of his family members who tested positive for the coronavirus. You know what I mean? And 3 of them, right? It was 3 of his family members that tested positive. You know, he said they're recovering right now. Me, myself, I had an auntie in LA. You know, she worked at the airport at LAX. She had caught the coronavirus, but she beat it. You know, she was older, you know, and she had diabetes, but she still was able to beat it. So thank God, you know what I'm saying, for that. And just to go into the Errol Spence versus Floyd Mayweather conversation, I happen to believe that would be one of Floyd Mayweather's toughest fights. If both fighters in their prime, you got to focus Errol Spence Jr. against Floyd Mayweather in his prime. I think that would be a very competitive fight. In Floyd Mayweather's history, he had a lot of trouble with southpaws. His fight with DeMarcus Chop Corley, he actually landed a lot of big punches on Floyd and hurt him. Also in the Zab Judah fight, we seen Zab Judah, you know, land a lot of big shots, hurt Floyd, possibly knocked him down. You know what I mean? And those were his toughest fights against southpaws. Now you got Errol Spence, who's actually bigger than Chop Corley, who's bigger than Zab Judah. I feel like Errol Spence could have possibly gave Floyd Mayweather his toughest fight. You know, just with his style, his pressure fighting, I think he would have been able to give Floyd Mayweather a lot of problems. With his strong jab, he would have been able to land some big body shots on Floyd. You know what I mean? You know, I think it kind of would have been like that Miguel Cotto fight a little bit. I think it would have been a little bit like the Cotto fight, but I think Spence is better than Cotto. He has a better chin. He's bigger than Cotto, and I think he would have gave Floyd one of his toughest fights. I think it would have been a damn near almost a 50-50 fight. I got to lean towards Floyd on by majority decision. I would say a split decision for Floyd, just because Floyd has more tools to his game. Who do you have in that fight in a prime?
Prime or today?
Prime fighting.
Oh, prime.
I think they asked him in his prime though, Fred.
I'll be honest. Floyd would be the favorite, but I would bet that it goes to a decision. I'm being honest. I would bet that it goes all 12 rounds. That would be my bet for that fight. Who would win? Whew. He beat Cotto 8 rounds to 4, right?
Yep, it was close. Cotto gave him some problems.
I would rewatch the Cotto fight and then I would make my decision. I thought that was Floyd's best performance. In my humble opinion, that was my most enjoyable Floyd fight. Errol has great foot pressure. Errol is, man. Ooh. I'm gonna pick Errol 52-48. The reason why, foot pressure and accuracy. Floyd is Errol is gonna go to high guard and make Floyd go to his right shoulder. And Floyd is great going over right shoulder, but I think Errol is strong. I don't think Floyd is gonna be able to sit on his punches. I would go with Errol 52-48. I would go with Errol 52-48. 51-49. You know what I mean? And I would get great odds on him. It'll probably be like plus 200 to bet Errol. So if I bet 100, I'll win 200. I would go with Errol for that. Like, I just think, yeah. I don't think Floyd wants to see rounds 9 through 12 against an Errol Spence.
Yeah.
You know, I think rounds 9 through 12 is something Floyd has never. Y'all can talk all y'all want. Oh, Floyd is great. Floyd is this. Floyd ain't never fought with a fractured rib before. You know, a bruised rib. You know what I mean? It's man. Think about see y'all saying this shit because y'all thinking of Floyd at 135. No, man, I'm telling you, man. He walks through that shit. I think Errol will walk through that shit, and Errol would have to weather that pretty shit in the first 6 rounds. Errol might lose 5-1 in the second and 4-2 in the first 6 rounds. You know what I mean? Floyd is gonna give up round 1. History say he's gonna give up round 1. And if Maidana gives him problems with just no footwork and just activity and conditioning, and Errol comes in shape, man, I think Errol can beat him. I really would. I really think Errol can beat him.
He has a good chance. You know, he has the skills to do it with his power and just his size alone and his pressure. You know, he's going to be able to put pressure on Floyd. And we all know about the stories in a sparring match when Errol Spence gave Floyd Mayweather a black eye. You know,
sent them home.
Yeah, he sent them home. So, you know, I think it'll be one of the best fights ever. It's just unfortunate we didn't get to see it, you know what I mean? Because they had a friendship. And I think Errol just had respect for him. That's why he didn't call him out like that when Floyd was fighting. But it would have been a good fight, though, man. I would say it would have been 50-50. I would have took Floyd by split decision. But I respect your opinion, though. It would have been close.
It's a close fight. It's a close-ass fight. Because what Floyd has in technique, Errol is going to hit. Every time he hits Floyd, is going to be a double. Every time. Errol ain't hitting them with singles. You know what I mean? Errol ain't bunting. Errol is swinging to at least for the gaps. He's going to, man, all his outs is going to make, even when he misses, it's going to make Floyd be like, whew, damn, how many more rounds? 9 more rounds. Like, you know what I mean? So I think it's a great fight.
Hell yeah. And his body shots as well, Fred. He would have been able to slow Floyd down, take his legs away with those body shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 51-49 Errol. 51-49 Errol.
Hell yeah. I appreciate your opinion, man. Thank you for the opportunity, Fred.
Appreciate you. All right, one. Yeah, man. I think I understand what y'all saying. I'm not even going to debate you if you got Floyd and Floyd washes him. I'm not even going to debate you. I'm just going off of the fact that Cotto was a great fight. And Cotto was Floyd Mayweather's last prime fight, right? That was the last, he was at the top of the mountain. Was that Floyd's last fight where he's at the top of the mountain? Is it Cotto? That's Floyd's last great fight. And that's Arturo Gatti don't count. He beat the shit out of Arturo Gatti. Diego Corrales was too weight drained. Couldn't get off. I'm not blaming them for it, but that's just what it is, But it's a great conversation. It's a great conversation to have. Cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well. What's poppin'?
Hey Fred, how you doing, bro?
Good, man. What you got?
Now, I know we talking fantasy with Floyd and EJ, but let's look at the fact that Floyd said he's coming back 2 fights. One fight will be against an MMA fighter, and the next fight will be, and one fight will be against an elite boxing
he said that?
fighter.
He said this?
Oh, that Oh, that's what I was hearing. He said one
okay.
would be.
Oh, he's
right,
definitely
going.
He's definitely gonna milk. He's definitely gonna milk the UFC fans. I mean, it's just. I mean, they dumb. They gonna fall for it. You know what I mean? But in boxing, I don't think we gonna fall for it. We ain't falling for that shit. We ain't falling for no dumb fight.
But one thing that we do know is that Floyd studies. You see, like when he came back against at 36, 37 years old, fighting a Canelo, and people was like, "Oh, is he crazy?" And then he basically made Canelo look like an amateur.
Mm-hmm. Now,
what I'm saying is that Floyd, you have to think about it. Floyd never really took punches throughout his career. He never had to take any pain, any too much work. So he's not, his speech is not slurring. He's basically like a 42, 43-year-old in the body of a 31, 32-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So Floyd can actually come back and give any one of these elite fighters a run for their money.
Mm.
And if you were a betting man, it would be kind of, you would have to really, really study and pick a reason to bet against Floyd, against EJ. Again, the only one I wouldn't want to bet against is a Sean Porter because of his activity.
Mm.
But against EJ, against Danny Garcia, the likes of them, like even a Terrence Crawford, I would take Floyd over them. You know? I would take Floyd over them right now. And let's see. Floyd said he's going to come back. Let's see if that really happens. I doubt if he's going to fight two MMA fighters. Like if he does that, then people should not even, boxing fans should not even support it. Mm-hmm. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That would send a loud and clear message. Mm-hmm. Like, we want to see you fight somebody in your field, like an elite fighter. Like, you coming back, fight an elite fighter like you did in the past. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, I honestly feel like if he does come back and he fights an elite fighter, like, he will definitely, Errol Spence didn't really look good against Sean Porter. Crawford didn't look really good his last fight. Like, all of those guys are vulnerable, and the mere fact that we can still mention a 43-year-old and in today, against these youngsters, and still and no one can say definitively that Floyd would lose, that says a lot.
Oh, at 43 right now? Oh,
yeah.
Errol washes him.
I don't think so.
Errol drowns him. Errol drowns him in the.
I don't think so.
Man, I thought you were talking about in his prime. Oh, I'm betting. Oh man. Please. Oh man.
And his comeback, if he choose Errol Spence, he would wash him. You think?
Errol beat the man. Y'all niggas better cut it out. Y'all better get off. Y'all better get off. I love all hail to Floyd, the honorable Floyd Mayweather train shit. And Mayweather we trust. I've never bet against Floyd. I've never bet against Floyd ever in my life. I've made thousands of dollars. Y'all saw my bet against Deontay Wilder. I would bet more than that blind on for Floyd Mayweather. It's a no-brainer. He runs Vegas, so.
Right.
But at 43, he gets in the ring with Errol. Man, please. Man, I need fools like you twice a day. Man, come on, please.
So Pacquiao, so Pacquiao can go and beat a 30-year-old and Keith Thurman, but Floyd can come and beat Errol Spence. That nearly lost against Sean Porter. That nearly lost against Sean Porter.
He didn't nearly lose. Lose.
That knockdown is what decided the fight.
You're sadly mistaken because you don't know the scorecards. 116, 111. You're wrong.
Yeah.
It would have been 116. It would have been 116. No knockdown is 116, 112. So you're wrong.
Right. I hear you. But like I said, it's the most popular. I'm an Errol Spence fan.
Listen. Maidana to Floyd, Errol to Sean Porter. Who's the better fighter?
Maidana to Floyd. I mean, of course, Errol is the
no.
Porter is the better
thank
fighter.
you.
Porter
Thank
is
you.
the better fighter.
Thank
yeah.
you. So you just talking just to hear yourself right now.
No. No, actually, you got to think about it. Porter is the better fighter as far as aggressiveness, but you got to think Madonna will stay in there. He's going to stay in there and hand over those punches. Like you see what Madonna did. Styles make fights. You saw what Madonna did to AB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You saw you know like Sean Porter couldn't do that to AB. AB knocked him down in the 12th round.
But
like, come on now.
AB was a different fighter by the time he got to Sean Porter. Man, he was fighting. He was fighting off his back. He's been fighting off his back foot the last 3 years. Adrian Broner. He hasn't engaged since he knew he was down against Maidana. So
he still put Porter on his back.
Yeah, that's to Adrian Broner's credit.
Right.
Imagine if he was an engaged fighter. Imagine.
All I'm saying is that, like if we let's see who Floyd picks to come back against. He said two fights. Let's see who he comes back against, and then let's decide then. Like because any one of those fighters.
No, you decide then. No, you decide, not me. My decision's already made.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you, brother.
Let me get to the next call, man. This phone lines are hot. All right. DB, what's up? DB, what you got?
Man, first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to get this dude off the line.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I ain't really have a whole bunch I wanted to say, but
I got y'all beaming in. I got y'all. Go ahead. What's up?
My blood was starting to boil.
I
never really knew, or really never understood what a flow-mo was, but now I get it.
Yeah, that's definitely a flow-mo, dog. That's definitely
5 years ago when somebody said that, it didn't make sense to me. 3 years ago, it didn't make no sense.
Big Dog Willie, you up? Just let Big Dog Willie up. I know. Yeah.
So for the dude that was just calling, just first things first. Keith ain't Errol. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, Floyd is not active like Manny has been active fighting. That's another one. And if Floyd comes back, as great as Floyd was and possibly is, Floyd before, he was like Michael Jordan when he played for the Bulls. He's gone for a while. He comes back from that extended period of inactivity. He's going to be Michael Jordan of the Washington Wizards. He'll still put up decent points. He'll still put up a good fight, but he's not beating Errol. I'm going.
All right, appreciate you. Big Dog Willie, what it do?
I do whatever I want, whenever I want. I love it.
What's popping, dog? Oh,
what's good, man? What's good?
Last couple of days. What, they cutting your hours back?
No. Actually, I don't feel good today, so I had to, they're taking precautions on me. So.
All right, let me make sure this shit ain't contagious over Wi-Fi. Hold up 1 second.
Okay.
All right, you good? What's up?
Yeah. So, man, dude, I had to come back with DB. Dude did say he said that Floyd would beat 43-year-old Floyd would beat a 30-year-old Errol, right?
No,
he said that, right?
I don't think so. No, not DB. Definitely not.
No. The dude before DB, right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah. He sounded like he was in his 50s or something like that. He can't.
Nah. He sounded like he wanted to carry Floyd's bags. That's what he sounded like. Yeah.
Anyway, no, Floyd would get washed. It wouldn't be. No. Now, Floyd in 2013, 12, 11, he'll handle Errol because just off of this, I think Floyd is just too smart for Errol, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I he's not the 135 Floyd. The 135 Floyd, one of the best boxers I ever seen. But like 147 Floyd, he's good, but I mean, he'll beat Errol, anybody today. At 60-40 Errol, easy.
Yeah. Today it's not even a match, but I like the names. I definitely like the names of it. You know what I mean? I like the behind it.
Go ahead. Oh, so and if Floyd do come back, he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. He's not gonna waste his time with these cats.
Yeah, he's not. He's definitely not. I agree.
So anyway, that's all I had to say. But yeah, man, stay up, man.
Take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. All right. You got a fever. You got a little fever over there.
Yeah.
I know. I can see your energy.
All right, man.
All right, dog. Appreciate you. Thank you too. All the time.
Fall so hard, shit where we ain't even be here.
Fall so hard. What's up, Lonnie?
Hey, what up, Fred?
Hold on, Asian. What's up?
Hey, man, y'all was clowning here last night, man. I mean, shout out to real rap, but I pulled the real rap last night. I fell asleep the last hour and a half of the show.
You fell asleep.
Yeah. And I watched the playback. I was like, dang, I'm kind of salty that I missed that.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Anyway, as far as this Floyd, Errol, I got Errol 60-40. And, at the end of the day, I don't, that's something I wouldn't want to see. I'm not trying to line Floyd's pockets no more. So, and another thing is that Floyd he's too smart to take that fight. He ain't gonna take that fight.
Nah, he's not taking that fight. But it's
Errol. Errol just go ahead and embarrass him. So, but yeah, that's all I got. I'm back in the chat.
Appreciate you, dog.
All right, later.
All right, one.
I got a show today. That's all I'm trying to do.
Hustle and motivate. What's up, Mr. Finesse? What it do, big homie? Finesse. All right, you go by Mr. Fitness now? He probably fell asleep too. All right, we'll come back and get him. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know who Floyd gonna fight. I know he's gonna find a way. Him and Dana White gonna find a way to manipulate the UFC audience and praying that they can beat him. I already know that. You already know that's gonna happen.
I got a show today. That's all I'm trying to do.
Hustle and motivate. What's popping?
Hustle and motivate.
How you feel? How you feel?
55, sitting on 55 mil, as we all should feel. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Spence Mayweather. The age-old question, huh? Today, now Floyd has no chance, and everybody gonna have their opinions on why he wouldn't, but it's something I haven't heard of yet. It goes more to the one asset Floyd, the advantage Floyd will have over Errol in his prime, and that's his mind and ring generalship. We're speaking as of today. He lost the kid's mother. He lost his uncle, quite sure was his favorite uncle, and plus all the drama his daughter's going through. I don't think his head would 100% be in the fight. Those are a lot of mitigated factors that I feel will come into play. But some people will say, well, no, that could be motivation, and yeah, that's true. It could be have the opposite effect of it. But I don't think so. And then, of course, the age factor, as far as his physicalities, his shortness, his footwork. I think his technique is there. It's still there. But the reflexes, I believe, then diminished because of his inactivity.
Sure, I can see that.
But some people would say, well, he's probably still training. Well, let's look at his last two fights. He fought the little Japanese dude. Floyd didn't train. You can look at him and say he didn't train. He just beat him on sure past abilities. And then the McGregor fight, same thing. Floyd didn't train. He even admitted to that. He spoke on it. I didn't train for that fight. He did some push-ups, some sit-ups, some pull-ups, and got it and did what he did. So going against the likes of a prime Errol Spence, I think it'd be too much for him. He could make it competitive, but if you don't get him out before round 7, it's going to be too much on him. Earl going to be rolling downhill, and Floyd going to be climbing up.
That's a great term, downhill and uphill. Yeah, there we go.
Right. Yeah, Floyd going to be climbing uphill. But before I get off, I just like to go with the fantasy in their prime.
Yeah, we talked about
in
that.
there.
We talked about that. You missed the first 30 minutes of the show.
Okay. Well, in the prime, I think Floyd would get him just on all the things. Hey, he's short, smart. To Earl's detriment, I've seen him frustrated in some fights. I ride with Earl, you know that. But I've seen him frustrated in some fights. He figured it out, but he figured them out against opponents that was nowhere near the level of Floyd Mayweather. He figured it out against Kell Brook. He figured it out against Porter. He figured it out against he knocked out from DC. Help me out.
Kell Brook.
I think it's who?
Kell Brook.
No, the guy from DC.
Oh, Lamont Peterson.
Yeah, Lamont Peterson. Sorry, yeah. He figured it out and all the point, but those guys was nowhere near the Floyd Mayweather level. If Errol Spence fought the fight he fought against Kell Brook against a prime Mayweather, he wouldn't have made a comeback. I don't think he would have made a comeback in that fight. Floyd probably just would have schooled him like he did Canelo. But once again, as of now, no, Floyd got too much going on in his life in recent days, months, weeks. And I think that will be a factor, in the fight. His only hope would be the judges want to favor him and Vegas need the money just for him to have a victory. That's my take on it. I was calling in on Champ's side thing, and they was having the greatest sound bites in sports history.
That's fun. What won?
Yeah.
What won?
I couldn't get in because they did. And surprisingly, they didn't even speak of the ones that I was calling to say. They didn't even speak on AI's infamous
practice. Yeah, that was my first thought. That was my first one I thought in my head.
Exactly. These are ones that was top on the thing.
They were who they thought they were. That's what Dennis Green.
Yeah. That one and old boy for the Eagles. What's his name?
I can't wait. But no.
Yeah, no, the one that coached for Kansas City. What's his name?
Homegrown. Yeah, Dennis Green. No,
Dennis Green was for the Cardinals in Minnesota. He was the cornerback for the Eagles.
He was the cornerback?
For the Eagles, and then he coached Kansas City. Damn, I can't think of his name.
And what did he say?
But he
Reed.
We play to win.
Andy Reid.
No, Andy Reid is still there. He's retired, black guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, you talking about Herm Edwards?
Yeah, Herm Edwards. Yeah, his soundbite. And then what was the other one that they kept mentioning? Oh, when Floyd Mayweather and Larry Merchant.
Yeah, Larry Merchant. I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, I'll whoop your ass if I was 40 years younger and all that. But none of them said the AI.
That AI shit. We still quoting that shit to the day. We talking about training? Are we talking about sparring? Like we say that all the time. All the time. We talking about practice. We talking. That shit is. That shit need to be in a rap song.
They did not bring that one up. They did not bring that one up.
Wilder's gonna go down in infamy too. To this day, that's gonna go down there.
Man, God, you beat me to the punch with that one. I swear that's what I was about to say. Yeah, that's the new one. That's my new favorite one. That one to this day. But that's my time, Fred. Shout out to everybody. I'm glad everybody's staying safe.
Yep, stay safe.
And now's the time, like you were saying on that stock market tip. There's some gems out there to sneak in $5-10, and you'll be surprised how much that'll bring you just to sit on it. That's real shit. A few hundred extra a month that can make a difference to a lot of people. That's real. No sense. Even if you're a millionaire, that's good money. That's money you could put in your Bentley. You know what I'm saying? But all right, Fred, y'all stay up, and I'm back in the chat.
All right, well, we got Floyd Mayweather in the chat.
Let me test the B12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
What's popping? Mr. Finesse, you up? What the hell this nigga doing?
Barbershop conversation.
What's up, nigga? How you been?
How you living, my brother? I'm good, man. How's everything?
Everything gravy with you? Why this nigga on delay?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Salute to you. Yo, it's kind of hard to hear you. Salute to you, man. I see you got your new format and all that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's coming
doing
together.
what you do.
You know, every time you leave, we
hit
get
that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? As always.
You didn't hear me. Every time you leave, we
when
get
it comes to this whole
you can't hear me.
Floyd and Errol thing, right? You talking about Floyd right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought y'all were talking about Floyd right now, and then y'all talking about in his prime.
Right.
Yeah. Don't ask no questions, nigga. Just talk. You know what I mean? The coronavirus got your Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna have to come back to this nigga. So yeah, we'll come back to him, man. I know he on a new stream now. Can you hear me now? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Nah, that don't work either. I'm gonna try one more time. Can you hear me on this one? Nope. Nah, he all fucked up. So yeah, man. Do you want the link, Jay Cooley? What up, Jay Cooley? Man, I'm going back. Man, a prime Floyd got hit by Shane Mosley. And Shane Mosley never won a round after that. Cotto. See, you know what I'm doing? I'm replacing Errol Spence with Miguel Cotto. I think Errol Spence is better than I know Errol Spence is better than Miguel Cotto. You know, so and to me, that's Floyd's best performance. So that would be Floyd's prime. Everyone else was average. I'm not average, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to think of another fight where I was just greatly impressed with Floyd. I was impressed with Floyd against Maidana, but I knew Floyd wasn't the same Floyd. You guys help me out because I don't have his box rec in front of me.
Let my 10th to V12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
Canelo was after he washed him. What's popping, dog? What's up, 972?
Hey, what's up, Fred?
How you feel, dog? You gravy?
Man, I'm good, man. It's QB calling out of the Soto, Texas.
All right, what you got?
Man, everybody tripping on they really think Floyd have a chance, bro, against EJ.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
It's not gonna happen, man. I mean, he too old, man. Floyd is special, we know. But this is what people gotta understand. When Floyd steps in the ring, he gonna make sure he had an advantage, especially athletically, man. When was the last time he fought an athletic black guy? That was Zab Judah.
He's never fought one. Zab was knocked out a few times. No, I went through his box. We went through his box.
I would say Zab Judah, and Zab gave a good fight.
Well, for 3 rounds.
At the same time,
3 rounds.
At the same time, man, you know, Floyd, he made his career fight Hispanic fights. Now, when he was in his prime, he fought in everybody. But as he got older, man, he was real smart and strategic about it. And people need to understand, you know, with EJ, Floyd is pretty much tailor-made for EJ, man. When you're a big welterweight, a natural welterweight, and you use your jab and you can cut the ring off and mark people down, that's not good for him, man. Now, when Floyd was, you know, in his prime, I think Floyd could be anybody in his prime. But for him to fight a EJ right now, that's like suicide, man. I was just saying, man, that's suicide. They know what happened in the sparring too. And don't get me wrong, you know, EJ did what he was supposed to do, man. Fight against an older fighter. He did what he was supposed to do. But there's a lot of other guys that wasn't able to do that because a lot of people are intimidated by Floyd. Because if you look at the interviews back in the day with EJ, he said, man, when I went to go spar Floyd, I treated it as if I was going to a championship fight. He wasn't all like, man, I'm excited. I'm finna go spar the champ. He was like, man, I'm finna go up there and beat this dude's ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's how he treated it. But, you know, Floyd is a businessman. He's very smart. I don't see him fight. He's not gonna fight a Keith Thurman, EJ, Terrence Crawford. He definitely not gonna fight a Sean Porter because Sean do too much activity. He gonna force you to fight him, and that's what one thing Floyd can't do right now. It's age he's at now. You know, he pick and choose when he want to fight during the round. Very, very smart, but I just don't see EJ, he'll watch him right now. He really would. He'll do him dirty. That's pretty much all I got, Fred.
I appreciate you. You're right. I think right now he gets him for sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I guess he's done. What up, Jay Kool-Aid? What's popping, dog?
What's up, Fred? You can hear me?
Yeah, we feel you fine.
All right. Shout out to the third shift, man.
Shout out to the third shift. Tell everybody third shift. I said thank you, man.
Yeah, all right.
On the third shift tonight, but we good.
All right. But shit, I don't know, man. I don't know about that one, man. EJ my dude, but shit, I don't know, man. Cause you gonna have to knock Floyd ass out. Especially fighting in Vegas. You gotta look at all that shit. That's how I'm looking at it.
So if you replace EJ with Cotto, who wins that fight? We got matching sweaters.
I give Floyd the edge. I give him the edge. Cause when Floyd gonna play with that clock too, you know what I'm saying? Floyd don't throw that many punches, you know what I'm saying? He gonna play with that clock and he'll counter punches and the judges look out that shit. So right? I don't think EJ could beat him now or then. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? You think Errol will beat? You think Floyd will beat him now?
Man, Floyd would beat all 147s right now, man. Cause this time Floyd stay in shape. He stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? Floyd will outbox all of them for real, no doubt.
Oh man, I don't know about that, bruh. You're right, bruh.
I don't know for real.
You know, Jay Cooley in Omaha, man. You know,
it's still fuck bud. Yeah. I mean that nigga said and it's still fuck bud shit. But shit, much love to you, Fred. I'm all at you.
I appreciate you, dog.
All right.
All right. I appreciate that you tune in while you working. Fred, he just liked that first call, man. Man, I wanted to get him off the phone before he just start digging, before he start digging his own grave. You know what I mean? Floyd ain't beating Errol right now. He could beat Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman ain't gonna fight back. Keith Thurman gonna play the clock too. Manny Pacquiao might even beat Floyd now. He's more active and he's hungry. He's hungrier than Floyd, I tell you what, if they're gonna fight, they better go get that money while they can. Because if not, it ain't gonna be no more money there. Somebody better announce a fight. That a fight is signed, sealed, and delivered. You know what I mean? So they can so fight fans can get excited about something, man. We just sitting here in limbo. You know what I mean? We're literally just sitting here in limbo, like waiting on something to happen in boxing. Errol Spence does an interview and the whole fucking boxing community goes crazy. That's the one blessing. You know what I mean? Anything happen in boxing is going to make front row first page news, so, but yeah, H Money's back. What's up?
I got a show to it's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate.
Good point, Reggie Owens. But he looked good today, didn't he, Reggie? Didn't he, H Money? Earl looked good today.
He looked good, man. He looked healthy. I like the way he looked. His face looked clear, man. He just looked like he in the right mind state right now, man. I think that quarantine was the best thing, for a lot of people right now. And he looks good. And like I said earlier, he said he lost 15 pounds. He's eating right. He's training every day. That's good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I just want to tell you real quick, Fred, what's your thoughts on Keith Thurman today? He's doing an interview he did an interview and he was saying,
liar. I heard Keith Thurman is a fucking liar, dog. Man, Keith, go to the beach. The beaches is open in Florida. Go to the beach, nigga. Like, he is just so full of shit because he said, oh, Errol didn't want to fight me. So why you didn't want to fight him? He's the IBF champion, unified. Errol been champion since May 2017. Fight the man. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Errol, I mean, I'm that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Yeah, he's just an enigma, dog. He's an enigma. I want him to headline a card so he knows how much people don't fuck with him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I want him. Oh, we got Errol Spence in the building. What's up, Errol? So I think that man, shit.
He's capping. That's what you call capping right there, man. He's capping hard.
He's capping.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, he was saying, yo, man, I never got a contract to fight Errol Spence. Dude is a fucking liar. Like, Errol Spence been calling you out for years when you was undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He wants a first take. He told Stephen A. Smith, like, yo, the fight to make is me and Keith Thurman. We on the same network, both undefeated champions. Let's unify. You know, the dude never kept that same energy. You could just tell by the energy that he had around Spence. Every time they was around each other, dude wasn't, you know, he wasn't on no tough shit. He was nice as hell when it came to Errol Spence. So I just feel like you said, Keith Thurman is he's full of shit. He's out here lying. He's just running his mouth. You know what I mean? The dude was scared to fight Spence. He's clearly ducked Errol Spence. Now he's doing interviews while we in quarantine. He got a lot to say. But when boxing was on, when we was still in boxing, yo, he had nothing. He wasn't saying none of that shit. Fred, he wasn't saying none of that shit, man.
Nah, he wasn't. I'm so disinterested in Keith Thurman. Like, man, go somewhere, Keith. Like, you just got married. You should be working on trying to have kids and shit. You know what I mean? Keith the third, you know what I mean? Boxing fans don't respect him, man. Like, and here's the reason why. He said, I don't care about the fans. I said, I remember the interview. I asked a nigga 3 times. I said, do you sure you want to say that? No, they don't care. They're going to pay to see me regardless. I said, oh, shit, you done fucked up now. You literally done fucked up. You done fucked up now. They ain't going to fuck with you now. Man, you can't be disrespecting people's money. I know that shit from day one. You know what I mean? Fucking with my money is like fucking with my emotions, Smokey. You know what I mean? You can't be doing shit like that. You know, so.
Yeah, that was the fight to make years ago, Fred. Like, years ago, you know what I'm saying? When he was undefeated before his injury, and the guy waited. His excuses was the fight is not time for that fight right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not time. He waited until he got his ass whooped by Manny Pacquiao, man. So, I'm really disappointed in Keith Thurman. He's all talk, man. The dude is all talk. He's all cap. We don't respect Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Errol Spence. And one more thing on the Errol Spence versus Floyd Mayweather. If Floyd Mayweather came out of retirement right now to fight Spence, he wouldn't stand a chance. Floyd, his legs are gone. So he would be forced to stand and bang with Spence. And I think Spence will knock him out right now. Floyd is way too old. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I got to say, man. Appreciate it, Fred, man. Go in on Thurman for me, man. Roast Thurman for me, bro.
All right. I'll kill your half brother. All right, dude. Yeah. Come in and get him, Buddy Lee. Call in and get ain't funny, dog. Call in and get him. Oh man.
Let my tent to be 12. Double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
What's poppin'?
What's good, Fred? Is the question Floyd in his prime or Floyd now?
I would lean more towards now because it don't matter.
Of course, I'm pretty sure that Errol would probably beat Floyd as an older man, but if we talk about Floyd in his prime, I mean,
nigga, you just asked the question. You just asked the question. I said not.
So yes, Errol will. I think Errol will beat him right now. Yeah. But based on what Errol said in the interview, when they asked him about a prime Floyd, Errol, I don't believe Errol would beat a prime Oscar De La Hoya. Not right now in his fight stage. Maybe if he got 10 more fights, but as of right now, if you put Errol Spence, I believe, and I'm from Dallas, I'm an Errol Spence fan. We all connected. Everybody know what it is, just being objectively speaking. I believe if you put Errol Spence in a ring with a prime Oscar De La Hoya, right now, I don't believe he could be the prime Oscar De La Hoya. I don't believe he would be the prime Pernell Whitaker. I believe
I'm about to hang up on you.
Errol is still in his development stages. I think he's still developing. I don't think he's even tasted the real toughness. Go ahead, Fred.
He beats the shit out of Oscar. Oscar was so overrated, man. Oscar was so everybody, all his big fights, they were old and Mexican. He only beat old Mexicans. He ain't never beat a young Mexican. Oh well, he beat Fernando, but Fernando was washed by then. But so he ain't really beat nobody. You know, go to his resume. He's from LA, so I know Oscar shit. You know what I mean? I was trying to interview Oscar. I was trying to set Oscar up a few years ago. You know what I mean? I was lying and shit. Did I tell y'all that story?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I would interview with Mexicans, I would say, "Man, I love Oscar, man. Like, man, because my gym is Mexican, right? So I would." I told y'all that story. I told y'all that story.
Do you think Errol beat Canelo right now?
No. I mean, you gonna drain Errol? You gonna drain him to get to 54?
Do you think Errol Spence, if he was put in
at
the
54?
ring,
At 54, yeah. Anything over 54? I mean, I got Errol beating all them niggas. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
right now. I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I got Errol beating them all. Eventually, if he does unified, undisputed at 47, then we talking about something, because then he's stacking blocks on top of that, on top of blocks on top of blocks. That's why I say as a right now.
Y'all need to go to an Errol Spence fight. Y'all go to an Errol Spence fight. You're gonna see how good Errol is.
Man, you need to stop it, man. I live in Dallas. Stop
I'm just saying. I mean, Errol is really good, man.
I went to Errol Spence fight when he fought at the Bomb Factory on the undercard with Charlo Neal. Like,
okay, I know. That's beautiful. I'm just saying.
When
you see his footwork,
fight live.
When you see his foot pressure, you'll be like, damn, he's good. It's kind of like Triple G. I mean, Triple G is really good live.
Triple G overrated. I believe Triple G's overrated.
Yeah, he's overrated. He's overrated, but his boxing
fight.
Pedigree is pretty damn good. He's overrated for sure. He's overrated.
I just think Errol is just coming out the blocks. I don't believe he didn't hit his when he hit his stride. I think we'll be amazed then, especially the way he was talking today. All the smoke when he was talking about keeping his weight down, and he just, like everybody's probably been saying, he looked focused. I think Errol at 35 fights is going to be a monster. I think, what, he only got 27 now?
26
Errol
now.
at 35 fights?
Earl at 35 fights. They only fighting twice a year, nigga. Shit, fuck you mean? They only fight.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
But I just think that, and just for the record, shout out to the third ship. I got to say that. And also, I don't think Terrence Crawford body structure. It's not that he don't have the skills. His body's not gonna be able to take what Earl's gonna be bringing, that kind of pressure. That's why I don't believe they want to put him in the ring with Sean Porter, because that's physical demand, and I don't believe Bud body can hold up to that right now. That's just me though. But I'm gonna get back in the chat, man. Peace to the God.
All right. Wait, you said Earl. You don't think Earl or Bud body can hold up? You hung up. Put it in the chat. Yeah, man. I just think I'm from Oak Cliff, bro. We need an intervention. Fred, what up, dog face? EJ will beat the cowboy shit out of him. Man, he gonna break Floyd in half, man. He gonna have motherfuckers. Man, that's gonna throw him, man. The white people gonna love Earl if he beats Floyd. If they were to have that fight, he would break his face. So for those of you who don't know my Oscar De La Hoya story, I told y'all this story a few months ago, and then I said it again in a video. I think I did on my live a couple weeks ago. So I stood up against the emails, right? And for those of you who don't know, behind the scenes, I've been trying to get an interview with Oscar for a long time, right? Long time since the emails came out, right? I done called his PR, not his PR, but you know, I went by the PR guy because I knew he wouldn't answer, so I went the other way, and so whenever I would interview with Mexicans, I would always say, "Oh, Oscar is really good, man. Oh man, Oscar is like my first or second favorite fighter, or whatever I said, third fighter, whatever the case. I'm from LA, I love him." And because I was trying to I was trying to get an Oscar interview so I can motherfucking get his ass. You know what I mean? But it didn't work. So, so it didn't work, man. So I'm not saying I didn't like Oscar, but he definitely wasn't my second favorite fighter, you know. So or third. I forget what I said. Second, third, fourth, fifth. I don't know. Top five. I say he was one of my top five fighters. I tried my best. I tried to politic and campaign and get an Oscar De La Hoya and then bury that nigga. You know what I mean? So what I did was I ended up going to the Gary Russell fight, and this is how much niggas fuck with me in real life. Don't you know behind the scenes, I had niggas from, that was a Showtime fight, right? I had niggas from Showtime. I had niggas from Golden Boy. I had true story. I can't make this shit up. I have a new phone, so that shit is all gone. I had niggas from Golden Boy, Showtime, and PBC texting me, Oscar's coming to the fight. You can get him. Oscar's coming. That's why I knew where to go. Like, you know what I mean? Only had a minute with him, but I knew where to go for the JoJo Diaz fight, Gary Russell fight. I had niggas on my team like want me to motherfucking press Oscar. That shit was funny as fuck. It's like, Oscar just here. He's gonna get here at 5 o'clock. I ain't lie. I swear to God. Can't make this shit up. Oscar's here. Go get him. Yeah. Fred, Raquel, looking good and everything. Yeah, I want to go there. Shit, she look good, man. She look good. She look like she'll be a good like soulmate. Like, she sounds encouraging. Fred, you got some good stories like TB. Yeah, you know. Oh man. Yeah, she seemed like she'll support her man. You know what I mean? She sounds very convincing. If you see her, you better holler at her. You know what I mean? You better holler at her ass. You know what I mean? I was even trying to, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I don't give a fuck anymore. I was even being extra nice to JoJo, even though I like JoJo Diaz. He spars in my gym, or he did spar in my gym. I was being extra nice to JoJo Diaz to try and backdoor my way to Oscar. Like, I was trying really hard. I tried every which way to get Oscar. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all niggas. I tried every which way. Every left, right, east, west, north, south, up, down, left, right. You know what I mean? I tried, man. I was so nice to the Mexican fighters for like 2 years. I was nice to them. For like a year and a half when I was on that. Man, I was hunting. Man, I was hunting them motherfuckers down. Hunting them down, man. God, I couldn't get them. I couldn't get Oscar, man. I remember, for those of you who don't know, so Ladera Heights and Baldwin Hills, if you don't know LA, it's about 3 miles from LA. 3 miles from LA. I mean, 3 miles from my district, right? And you go straight up Prairie, and it's right there. And there was a fight. There was a couple of fights where I tried to catch Oscar at the end of the fight, but I couldn't get the nigga because the parking people wouldn't let me. Damn, I tried to get him, dog. I tried to fucking get Oscar, man. I did my best. I did. I was trying to do it for the culture, because, man, and I couldn't get him. I couldn't get him. I tried to time him up. On the fights because I'm only 3 miles away, and I would park like on Manchester, and I forget the name of that condo. JJ, what's the name of that condos on Manchester? Anyways, I would park in that area because you can't park because I didn't have a permit. And I would run over and try and catch Oscar's ass, man. Damn, I tried, man. Yeah, I would have woke up Sunday morning like, Fred got his ass, but I couldn't get him. I couldn't get him. They wouldn't let me. I tried to lie, but they wouldn't let me go down in the tunnel because I know where they leave for the tunnel and shit, because I've covered a lot of fights there, but they wouldn't let me go down in the tunnel. I tried, man. I forget what it was. A couple of fights. I forget who was fighting, but it was a couple of fights where I tried to catch Oscar. But yeah, man. So that's my Oscar story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh man. What else? What else we got? Oh, we could talk about what's her name? What's her name? Raquel Mill. She fine, y'all. Shit, she fine. She nice too. She smiles a lot. Yeah, y'all would like her in the pressers against Carissa Shields. Y'all would definitely like her. Yeah, she can talk that shit too. She can talk that shit. Yeah, y'all would like her. Y'all would definitely like her, and she would come to the press conference making sure you would like her too. Yeah, she cool too. She cool. She about 170 right now. She about 165, 170. In good shape though. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, y'all. Oscar De La Spatula. I like that G5. Oscar De La Spatula. You know what I should have did? I should have recorded. That's what I should have fucking did. I should have recorded. Yeah, she's super thick. TB. Yeah, she got a fat ass. What it pertains to you? TB. Because every girl he say, oh man, she thick with a fat ass. That's TB's favorite line, fat ass. But I should have recorded the times I went to the forum. I should have fucking recorded that shit. Y'all niggas would have been laughing y'all ass off, man. But you know what? There's still hope. I still may catch him. I still may get him. I still may get him. You know what I mean? I got it. Because yeah, I still may get him. Ryan Garcia gonna have a fight there soon, I'm sure. At some point. Yeah, I love what she said against Lou DiBella not doing his shit. Yeah, Lou DiBella, dog, man. Lou DiBella is kind of snaky, isn't he? Isn't he, Reg? He called her Raquel Bell. Oh man, that's funny as shit. Oh man. Yeah, he kind of snakish right now, dog. You know what I mean? He kind of snakish. Oh, DB, what's the name of that? Those condos on Manchester, east of Prairie. The Carlton Square. Carlton Square. I got it. So I would park on the other across the street from Carlton Square and run over. I should have recorded that shit. I should have fucking recorded that shit. Damn. That would have been some good ass videos. But anyways, as I digress. Oh man. Hey, you know what was funny as shit? Nah, I ain't gonna say it publicly. I ain't gonna say it because I'll incriminate some people. Kind of an insult to the snake. Like he kind of snakish, man. All this shit coming out about Lou DiBella. Listen, because Alicia Napoleon is ranked number 1 or 2 in the upper class for a new belt. I remember that before boxing because she got stopped in the fight that she was supposed to win before the whatchamacallit hit, and now she's ranked. I'm like, you got Raquel Miller. You know what I mean? She just got to do more interviews, talk more so people can talk about her, especially in a time like this because I think the interview is doing well. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see. How's it doing? If it got over 1,000 views already, it's gonna do well for the week. Oh, it got 1.2 thousand. Yeah, she good. Yeah, about 10,000 people gonna watch it. Between 5 and 10,000 people. She good over the next 30 to 60 days. Yeah, so she'll be good. Yeah, he got desperate, Fred. He's in the middle. Yeah, like you said. Yeah, he's in the middle. Yeah, he is. He fucked up. He fucked up. And he screwed. Yeah, man. He he fucked up. He should have negotiated the deal. Like, I'm not gonna give these niggas advice, man. I tell you what, I'm never gonna take food off another man's plate. You know what I mean? not just in terms of like long term. Like he took the short money. He took the short money, and now all his fighters are stuck. All his fighters are stuck. You had a baddie in Carlton Square. I know you did. I know you did. I know you did. Yeah, Carlton Square was the shit. Carlton Square was like you know, that's where everyone stayed in the 80s and shit, the 90s and shit. You know what I mean? Everybody yeah. That's where the grandmas are retiring now in Carlton Square. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was good times. Yeah. Yeah. So what's my Cash App? Nigga, it's on the damn thing. TB. Look, it says Cash App. You see the star? You see the money symbol? Silent Heroes. Cash App. I appreciate you, TV. Yeah, man. So where we at? I'm sending you a pic right now. Okay. Can't wait to see it. He has an undefeated fighter who can get a fight. He's stuck, man. But as I related back to I don't know if y'all still want to talk about Errol and that shit, but Errol beats him now. Like it's not even a fair fight right now. It's not. Errol beats the shit out of Floyd right now. Like I mean, it's to the point where like y'all gonna be like, stop the fight, like that shit. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like stop. It's gonna be on some stop the fight shit. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all niggas. Errol would enjoy that shit. Yeah, he did, and tried to do it the way. You're absolutely right, Buddy Lee. He tried it, but didn't work out for him. Didn't work out for him. I'll tell you what. If I got a man like Al Heyman, I ain't gonna even lie to you. If I got a man like Al Heyman, I'm fucking like, and a nigga feeding me. You getting a big time fight once every 2 months at the Barclay. First of all, Lou DiBella can't put on the fight at Barclay because he can't afford it. He can't afford it. He don't have the front money. You know what I mean? Now, I haven't spoken to Wilder. I figured he was going to talk to 78. And after he talked to 78, I talk to his team, though, every day, though. You know what I mean? Like every other day. But I mean, me and Wilder's conversation going to pick up right where it left off, man. You know what I mean? I can spiritually talk to Wilder. As crazy as that sounds, I believe it, you know, so I don't really worried about that shit. So I figured he'll talk to 78, and after he talked to 78, he'll just make his rounds, and I'll probably be one of his last interviews, and we'll go live. So we'll go live, and y'all gonna hear him talk, and we gonna talk shit and swallow spit, and he gonna be grateful that y'all still fucking with him, and you know, I mean, that's what we're gonna be about, you know. I'll tell you some interviews I want. Here's some interviews I want in boxing. Obviously Al Heyman. I would love to get an Al Heyman. That will never happen. I would love to argue with Eddie Hearn again. For kicks, for shits and giggles. Right now, just today, because I know Keith Thurman is lying, and I know no one's gonna call Keith Thurman a liar. I would like to interview Keith Thurman right now. Who else? Who would y'all want me to interview? I got everybody. I got access to everybody on some level. You know what I mean? You know who I want to interview? Tim Bradley. I want to interview Tim Bradley, dog. Tim Bradley got me blocked. I used to have, I've never used his phone number, but I had it because when I used to cover Top Rank, I had his dad's phone number, Tim Bradley's phone number. I may still have it in some old emails, but I don't have it in my phone. Tim Bradley, I think that'll be a fun ass interview. Me and Tim Bradley, that'll be fun. Hey, I'll tell you a story about. Did I tell y'all the story? Did I tell y'all the story about me and Tim Bradley at the Wilder fight? Did I tell y'all that story? Yes or no? Just someone put it in the chat. Because I'll tell y'all. I don't have his phone number. I'll have to go through my emails. and I ain't covered him. Nate Campbell is always a great. I have called him right now on speakerphone. Nate Campbell is awesome. I have his phone number. I need to call him. I've been meaning to call. I've been meaning to call him for 2 years. Oh yeah, I told y'all. Yeah, and the reason why I was mad about that Reggie Owens, because I didn't want him to. Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking this nigga think I'm nervous, but I'm fucking like, damn, man. So I didn't want Tim Bradley to think I was nervous and shit, but I'm talking to the guy I'm buying the ticket from for the Wilder fight on my left shoulder, and Timothy Bradley is like, Fred, what's up, Fred? What's up, Fred? And I was actually pleasantly surprised. You know what I mean? And I told him how I felt. I literally the same thing I said in the video, same thing I said in person. You know what I mean? And but here's the catch with Timothy Bradley. He was listening to me. As weird as this shit may sound, he was really listening to me. And I think there was like a beginning stages of like, well, I'm gonna respect you for being you, and I'm gonna respect you for being you. You know what I mean? I think that's where we left off at. And but he's different. Timothy Bradley's kind of quirky. You know, he's kind of yeah. He's kind of quirky. He's kind of more quirkier than me. If you guys think I'm quirky, he's like another level higher than quirkier than me. But yeah, maybe a Tim Bradley interview. I'm gonna work on that over the next. I'm gonna work on that shit. I'm gonna work on the Tim Bradley. Yeah, but I was dropping money. I had like $500 on me because I had to pay for the ticket, and then I turn and I'm like, hey, and I want to respond to him, but I got money in my fucking hand and I dropped the shit. I'm like, fuck, this nigga think I'm afraid of this nigga now. Like I wasn't nervous, but I just dropped the money. And I was mad at myself for dropping the money, you know, and that's it. But yeah, maybe a Tim Bradley interview. He said Timothy Bradley 777-9311. Hey, yeah. Mark Wondlick have no idea what you just put up there. And Andre Ward, you know, I don't know if I ever want to interview Andre Ward again, although I think it's important at some point. I think it's important for like the 21-year-old men that saw that interview. I mean, that interview did millions of views. You know what I mean? People still hate me for it. People still love me for it. But that interview did millions upon millions upon millions of views. I had niggas I've never spoke to call me and curse me out over that interview. I had niggas I've never spoke to said, Fred, man, I appreciate you. Andre Ward is a coon. And then other people say, Fred, you on that bullshit. You know what I mean? So both ways. I took it both ways. Maybe it's important because, you know, I mean, I have no ill will towards him, but he kind of like, it's kind of like Floyd, kind of like just took everything out of me when he kind of separated himself. When he said, I didn't ask for the approval from the fans and all shit like that. And he said his dad was white. Kind of made me take a step back. Like I emotionally left the interview. I emotionally left that interview when he said that, you know, because I know how challenging it is to be in America, you know, so. But I think a Timothy Bradley interview would be fun, and he might even do it. Dude, yeah, Kevin Kelly is fun. I used to interview him a lot when I used to cover Triple G. That's another motherfucker who fell off. Tom Loeffler done fucking fell off. Nah, Crawford ain't doing no interview with me. Hell no. Crawford would never do an interview with me. Never. Man, I wouldn't even ask him. He don't respect me enough to do an interview. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't care enough to do it. Zachary, at some point, maybe in 10 years, we'll do an interview when he got to promote a fighter. You know what I mean? But right now, nah. While he's on top, hell nah. Hell the fuck nah. Hell nah. I can say that in all caps. Hell nah. I know he wouldn't do an interview with me. Fred, you was getting over on Dre. He had to drop that line, that one line. Yeah, he couldn't have a conversation with me. You know what I mean? He couldn't really have a conversation with me. You know what I mean? I wish we could have had that conversation in private because it could have been some real dialogue. He was very defensive, and I tried to disarm him by saying, "Nah, I'm just talking to you from a black man." I was trying to disarm him, but he knows he's the pound for pound best fighter in the world. He knows that he's supposed to be the more intelligent guy. He's supposed to be the more calculated man, the more intelligent man. And but he was too defensive already in the conversation. So that put him at a disadvantage to me. And I knew, see, the funny thing is, when I do interviews and go at them, I know how they're gonna attack me because they're emotional. I don't get emotional. Like when I'm talking to Eddie Hearn, I'm not emotional. I'm when I was talking to Andre Ward, I wasn't emotional. Nah. When Adrian Broner is yelling at me, I'm just sitting there. I'm not emotional because I already know how they're gonna attack me because they men. Through yourself, you know others. So I know if I talk bad about a man, he's gonna want to beat me up. And then he's going to realize, well, I can't really fight this guy because I know he's intelligent enough to sue me. I know he's intelligent enough to know that it ain't going to work out in my better interest, right? I'm talking about the fighters, like the fighters. Like I ain't going to be dumb and say I'm going to fight a fighter. Not fair anyways, you know. And so when they're preparing themselves to confront me on our disagreeing statements, I already know how they're going to attack me. I already know. It's just they're so easy. Like a fighter's gonna have to read 48 Laws of Power to even have a chance. A fighter's gonna have to at least read The Art of War to have a chance. Like you're gonna because they're gonna come so emotional. I'm like, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna counter my argument by talking about this, by talking about that. I already know. So I just make them dig a deep hole, dig, and I win. And next thing you know, they're gonna rewatch the interview the next day and be like, damn, that nigga's smart. So that's it, man. But so yeah, that's it, man. But yeah, for shits and giggles, I don't even have nothing on Eddie Hearn. I think Eddie Hearn is like a has-been at this point, right? He's still popular, but I don't think he has any value. I think Timothy Bradley. I'm gonna see if I can get Timothy Bradley. I'm gonna see if I can get him. I think that'll be cool. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. You sent me a voice, DB. You didn't send me a pic. So that's where I'm at. Fred, are you? I might have an air. Yeah, I mean, but it's too far. Oh, really, Delvin? So maybe I should interview him so y'all can see a different side of him, man. I don't really care to interview him, though. I'm just being honest. Like he had he opened up a restaurant in Vegas the Friday of the Deontay Wilder fight. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna support his business. I just didn't want to support it. You know, like I was like, I'm not gonna give him my money. It was a sandwich shop or something like that, right? I just wasn't in the space to support it. You know what I mean? Especially after, you know what I mean? After he tried to take millions of dollars off of Deontay Wilder's plate, that bothered me more. I mean, as much as that, you know. Oh, Tyson Fury should just go to Wembley Stadium and fight Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder wouldn't want to go through that again. You know, like, you know what I mean? And he lied. See, the one thing is when you lie, everybody can attest. I mean, if you know people like that know me or people in the LDBC, like we disagree sometimes. I go right at you and say, I disagree with you. And I also say it's my fucking fault. I don't let like time pass. Like, I don't let like, oh man, this nigga ain't talked to me for 3 weeks. Nah, I can't function like that. I really, really can't function like that. So So I knew what Andre Ward had said going into that interview about race, about Sergey Kovalev being about race, Virgil Hunter saying it was being about race in so many words. And then he lied in the interview and said it wasn't about race. And I'm sitting there and said, but you said it in an interview in your gym. I saw the interview. Like, what are you talking about? And so at the end of the day, man, it was so I was like, man, I'm fuck it. Fred, Timothy Bradley would do it, but Andre Ward would convince him not to. I don't think they're together right now, though. Timothy Bradley lives in San Diego, though, so I think I can. I think he moved to San Diego. I'm almost certain. I don't think he's in the desert anymore. But chicken fight, yeah, right. So, yeah, so yeah. So where we at, man? Are we good? What else? I'm gonna try and get a Timothy Bradley interview. I know about 10 people who has his phone number. I think I do. I'm gonna try and get it. But you know what I'm more concerned with right now? I'm trying to get all these Malcolm X. I'll be honest. I'm trying to get all these Malcolm X interviews. So that's kind of taking up a lot of my energy. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh shit.
And I'm having way too much fun pissing y'all off.
Oh shit, man. What's up, dog? What up, homie? What's up?
Yo, what's the word, man?
You got it, nigga. You got it. You gonna set
man.
a fire again?
Oh yeah, man. I want. Yeah.
Interview Larry Merchant.
Yeah, but fuck Larry Merchant. But what I was saying was, man, I want to cook on this. If I think Errol Spence gonna beat Floyd Mayweather. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, as a nigga who done lost like hundreds of money betting against Floyd, like, yeah, I wouldn't bet against him. But at the same time, I do favor Errol Spence to win that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think he a lot more younger, bro. And like, bro, even Conor McGregor was touching up Floyd in the fight, bro. Like,
he hit him on an uppercut. Yeah, he did in the first 2 rounds.
Like, Floyd wasn't really throwing no punches. Like, he was looking old and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you what I thought 2 days after the fight. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I thought Floyd bet on that fight. Like, I thought like Floyd like bet that he was gonna win because he was kind of playing with him, dog. You know what I mean? And then he got clipped and he's like, oh shit. You know, I mean, it's just me speculating. When I rewatched the fight and I was thinking about it 3 days later, I'm like, Floyd probably bet on himself. And that's legal. I think that's legal. I think fighters can I appreciate you. Ham TV. I appreciate you. Yeah.
But Conor McGregor, like, he was like Conor McGregor was like, he was touching him up though. Like, he had something. Like, he had some type of he had some form. It was just that he had got tired and stuff. That's what fucked him up. Like, but yeah, man, I think Errol Spence destroys Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. I think he destroys him in like.
I reached out to him already.
6 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 6 rounds?
Yeah.
Mm. You got a story for us? You got a story for us?
Shit, nah.
All right.
Wait, do I got a story? Let me see. Nah. Yeah, I am too hot.
All right, peace, thing. Yeah, I reached out to him on Netflix. I reached out to him. I slid in. I ain't gonna say I slid in the man's DM, but I hit him up on Instagram asking for an interview. He hasn't responded. So there's a hand. Oh, I got it right now. Maybe y'all can help me. Okay, let's work together. I appreciate that. I got a whole list right here. There's 2 or 3 guys. I'm gonna tell you guys right now that I'm working on. I'm trying to get right now. Stay on the phone with me. Stay on the phone with me. We'll close the show out. Stay on the phone with me.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah. Gloria Richardson Dandridge. Maybe y'all can help me find her. Y'all take these names down and help me get these interviews. She's 97 though. You know what I mean? Gloria Richardson Dandridge. I'm trying to get her. I'll repeat the name. Gloria Richardson Dandridge. I'm not sure if she's capable of talking, but you know, I mean, she's 97. Peter Goldman. He did a whole bunch of books. Y'all Peter Goldman. I'm trying to get a hold of him. Peter Goldman, and Sharon 10X. I really want to interview Sharon 10X. And I think she's young enough. She may be like in her late 60s right now. I think so. And Peter Bailey. These are like some guys. These are people that I'm really working on. Because I have it in my phone right here. I'm really working on because I'm oh shit, I got so many shit. And Sonia Sanchez, Peter Bailey, and Sharon 10X, Peter Goldman, and Gloria Richardson Dandridge. Those are a lot of people that I want to I'm trying to get his daughters too. I'm trying to work behind the scenes and get his daughters too, because I think we need to have that history, man. And I think we on borrowed time right now as it relates to him. So I'm being real aggressive. I'm gonna do my best to be real aggressive. Nuri Muhammad. I probably could interview Nuri Muhammad. He reposted some of my shit before. I probably could get him. Oh man, I probably could get him. What you got? We about to get the fuck out of here, man. What you got, DB? What's up, homie?
Hey, so real quick. So Nuri Muhammad, you can probably get in contact with him. If you can't get him direct, you can get one of our own brothers from right here, Riza Islam. And Riza, he'll be the connect for anybody from the nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that'll be a full connect, and I can probably get with him through Tony Muhammad at my mosque or at his mosque.
I would like to interview Tony Muhammad. He followed me for a little bit on Instagram. I don't know if he's still following me, but he used to follow me. But yeah, him and Riza and Pharaoh be going back and forth like a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, Pharaoh cool, but he really don't want that smoke. Don't want that. He don't want that kind of smoke. I promise you. It ain't. He cool, but let's just leave it at that. But I was also thinking Blue Blood. I don't know if you was there, but Blue Blood has Muhammad Ali's wife, ex-wife.
I have her phone. I have it.
So
I have it
okay,
too.
perfect.
I have it. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, so you can interview her, and through that interview, I'm sure you can get a connection through some of Malcolm X's daughters.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
Cool.
Matter of fact,
and if I remember,
don't hang up. Don't hang up because you on the phone is gonna hold me accountable right now. I'm sending that fucking text right now. I'm gonna wake them niggas up right now. Fuck it.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I'm like, okay. But anyway, while you're doing that, you can listen. I'm gonna say this too. I think two youngsters I would like to see you interview, and the first one is probably throw you off a second if you didn't see me post it. But if you could interview Ryan Garcia.
Why?
Because Ryan is always at odds with Oscar, and you could probably get some information out of him because he may be a little young and naive.
Yeah,
and that'd be a good end. I could get some stuff from him.
You're right.
And
I have access to him. He likes me. Ryan likes me. Like me and Ryan are cool. I've known him since he was a little kid. You know what I mean? So,
so
yeah, I have him on a face-to-face relation. He don't know my name or nothing, but I know him on a face-to-face. He has a Tesla like me. He has a Tesla. We spoke about that.
Yeah, I seen him one day when I was jogging by UCLA. I seen him passing by. He was at a red light, and I was looking. I was like, man, dude looked familiar, but I couldn't piece it together until he hit the green light. Then I was like, oh, that was Ryan. Okay.
Wow.
But I would also like to see you get with Tank Davis.
He's a star. Tank Davis is a star. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
470's just called, and I wonder. You know what I mean? I don't know. He keeps on calling.
Yeah, Tank without any outside influences or any entourage around him, or any of the Mayweather team, or even his crew from the DMV. Just him, where it's just you and him, and he's got to answer the questions. I know he's going to stutter 15 times before he actually answers it, but he's stuck there. You know what I'm saying? He's in a situation where it's an actual interview, you know, and it's not going to be padded questions, but also not going to try to ridicule them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
I'm going to do that.
He'll start to get more comfortable.
Tank fucks with me heavy. I'm going to tell you what Tank did. See, I hold Tank accountable. I don't bullshit. And I like the fact that Tank had 4 fucking bodyguards, right? And he's going to his hotel room, and everyone's asking for autographs and shit because when you come in MGM and you go past like the ring and shit, you know what I'm talking about, DB?
Yep.
Yeah, and so by the time he's there, he got a trail of fucking people just fucking swarming him, right? And so the elevators and shit is where I hang out because if I get a room at the MGM, it's just right there, and that's where everyone hangs out at. So I'm literally there for like 4 hours. That's what I do. And he stopped his whole entourage and was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Pretty shook my hand. I was like, "That's different," because I never would have expected him to do shit like that. You know what I mean? Especially like on a Friday night when he got niggas just following him. He had because it's Friday night, so everyone done checked in and ready to rock and roll. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's still a black man. You know, and he's from
right.
he from the DMV / Chocolate City. So as crazy as we are, we've always still got a little bit of righteousness and a little bit of right about ourselves.
Facts. No, that's true. That's real.
Yeah. Did you send that text out?
I ain't seen it yet, but I got it.
Okay. Also, did you get those pictures that I sent you?
I'm about to, let's see.
Carlton Square. Boy, Carlton Square used to go down.
Carlton Square. Oh, yeah.
Carlton Square goes down. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Carlton Square used to go down.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Carlton Square.
Even though that's like a little suburban area right there, but as soon as you go across the lights, you're in the wrong neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Carlton Square.
Yeah. He saw my message. Her manager just saw my message. So I appreciate that. So I just reached out because I know he's up and shit. He ain't on nothing. So hopefully he hits me back. He just saw it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, at this time, what they say, like we always do about this time. Play the song, Fred.
Appreciate you, dog. This was a fast ass show. We was going downhill this whole fucking show. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all niggas. Buddy Lee. Yeah, I saw he started his own YouTube. I gotta watch the video he just dropped. Tony Snow, DB, Tony Snow, Buddy Lee, all that shit rhyme. Narco Hampton TV, man. I appreciate you telling people to go smash the like button. Smash the like button on the way out, Buddy Lee. People Hernandez, man. All I need is 5 mics. Hunted Hunter. I appreciate you, dog. Oh, he's calling me right now. So that's good. That's good. That's Ali's manager calling me right now. See? You see, DB, you see how quickly we can make this shit happen? I'll call him right back after we get off the line. See, I appreciate you, DB. We gonna get this shit popping. 1-900 Hustler, Antonio Holmes, man, P Money, Tony Snow, Buddy Lee. We in this motherfucker. Ja Dixon, J.A. Dixon, Reggie Owens. That's what it do, big homie. This your favorite song.
Make the no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games been played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's only what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey.
I'm gonna cut the song short because if I can get her interview tomorrow, I think that'll be awesome. Anyways, man, he's calling me back right now. So anyways, barbershop conversations, man. Feel for Mark Wonderlick, he in the building. I see y'all niggas tomorrow. Peace, y'all.